Okay, students, I am just quickly giving you some visual support in how to complete your peer feedback forms in addition to the written instructions that have been provided for you. I think this may seem more complicated than what it really is. It's just several steps that you need to take. So sometimes the visual support can help simplify that and answer any questions you might have with the process. One of the things that I want to make clear before we even start going through this brief tutorial is that you need to be signed into your ASU Gmail account. Without that being open, you are not going to be able to access the form. So, troubleshooting problems from the start, that's the first question I'm going to ask you is if you are logged into your ASU Gmail account. If you're not entirely clear how to do that, you can always reach out to support or the help desk to get some guidance on that. It's a fairly simple process. You can access it fairly easily. You may not even realize that you have an ASU email account. But if you have ASU email forwarded to another account, that's not going to work in this case. You really need to be logged in there. So what I've done is I've started us from our Blackboard page, what you would typically see if you've signed in. Under week 7, which is a pretty hefty week for us, at the bottom of the page you will see the peer feedback assignment heading. It's toward the bottom of the page. Included in that peer feedback assignment heading is a link to a form. You'll want to copy that link and then paste it into a web address, a new web page. Once you do, you'll notice that you are then directed to this final project peer feedback form. And what's critical to note is that it will then say your username, which is your email address at asu.edu. If, again, you receive an error, it is because you are not logged in to this email address, which is essential to make that happen. So then you'll just go ahead and fill out your form. Also critical to note, we need your first and last name in the form, and the first and last name that is registered in the gradebook, not a nickname, not anything like that. We need to be able to match it to you in the gradebook. You'll also want to make sure to fill in the response prompt as thoroughly as possible and as directed. Half the battle is just following the directions and making sure to fill it in completely. Quality is then assessed from there. Also, something critical to pay attention to is at the bottom of this page, you'll notice that it says, send me a copy of my responses. You definitely need to click this box. It's going to be important that you copy the content. Also, by doing that, it ensures that the response was recorded with us, which I think is important for you, just to have that backup. You can always forward it to us if for some reason the grade book doesn't properly reflect. You'll have that backup information for us. Select Submit. You'll get this nice final project peer feedback. It has been recorded. There's an option to submit another response since you need to complete 2. That's a great way to do it. You can do it one at a time, watch a video, complete a form, watch another video, complete a form, or you can watch 2 videos, take some notes, and do peer feedback in this way, back to back. So however you choose to do it is fine. Then, and again, you can do this a number of ways. I'm just doing it in a way that's probably the simplest approach for me in showing you this through a screen tutorial. You're going to actually go into your ASU Gmail. I do that from my ASU page and I click on the mail icon. Oh, it looks like our form hasn't sent yet, so we'll hold up just one moment. Hopefully we will have that form pop up. But while we're waiting, if you come back to your Blackboard page, one of the things that you'll see towards the bottom is the email icon, which allows for you to email other students, as well as myself and Dr. Woodall with any questions. So you're going to select on that, and then you can select on all student users or select users. I would recommend select users, otherwise you'll be sending it to every student in the class. But go to select users, and since I reviewed Dr. Woodall, I am going to go ahead and scroll down to find her. It's organized by last name. I'm going to add her in here, and I'm going to go back and make sure my Google Forms sent, which it did. And I'm going to select on that email and scroll on down and copy my review. Okay, now back in my Blackboard email function place, I can then copy the content of that email and send my peer review to the student and offer the student my feedback. This is part of the assignment. So it's really important to us that you actually complete that. And then you would select submit. It says send email without subject. I would add a subject line like peer review. In this case, I'm just going to move forward. Select OK. It says that, hey, your email was successfully sent to the following recipients, so that way I know it was received. And then that part of your assignment is complete. I would not delete this email. For me, I would keep it until the grading process is complete. It's backup for us that you can just forward on. That does prove that you completed something in case there's a glitch in the process. Technology is imperfect, so perhaps the form doesn't get uploaded properly even though it says it does. The backup is just for your benefit and ours. I hope that answers any questions you might have. Good luck with this process, and I look forward to all your contributions in this final project and reading through them and hearing all the interesting things that you come up with. Thanks so much.